Hello friends, thank you so much for being here. Today is the 11th video of Feeling Healthy by Feeling with me, Lydie Ometto, and I'm so happy you guys are connecting to this series, and I've been having wonderful response. I have several people commenting about the previous videos and sharing, and has been very exciting, and it's for me, it makes my heart so full in gratitude to be able to share something that I love and I live in, and to know that it's supporting so many people. And so yeah, keep sharing, keep letting me know, and keep on enjoying and utilizing the information. Yeah. So today on this Feeling Healthy by Feeling, first, we're gonna in-tune a little bit into our awareness. So as you see, I am in a seated position. So I'm gonna invite you all to either sit on your mat in a comfortable position. I do have a block underneath me just to lift it up a little bit more. In this way, more I lift my hips, I've been able to open more through my thoracic, my center torso, so I will be able to breathe with more peace and ease. And at the same time, my spine is more aligned, and there is a jolt of energy in my system. Rather, if I was in this way, sitting on the floor in this way, I'm shutting down everything. Yeah, I'm shutting down, especially those places that I mentioned to you guys yesterday or the day before, about the second chakra, that place of creativity, the third chakra, that place of action. And so even if you're sitting on a chair, making sure that your spine is long, your chest is open, and there is a good space on your abdomen. You know, and also our belly really loves that, and we will talk a little bit about the belly today. But connecting back into a word, as I mentioned to you, checking in into your awareness, the place of feeling perspective. Yeah. So, and perspective. The other day I was talking with a client. We had a phone conversation, and she was mentioning that the other day she woke up and she heard the sound of lawnmowers close to her house. And she said, you know what, I just stopped and I realized that the lawnmower sound was so soothing for my soul at that particular moment, because I knew that spring was coming, and I knew that at least had somebody taking care of their yard. While before all this, she was sharing that a lawnmower sound was one of the most irritated sounds for her. It would irritate her to the point that she would really get antsy. And I brought that comment to you guys to share with you, for us to narrow down what are some of the perspectives that you have changed during this period. What are some of the perspectives that maybe you have heightened into a place of gratitude? Or maybe you did the opposite. Perhaps some of the thoughts, that perspective that you felt that was, this is so good. Now in this time of a little more, between quotes, confinement, you might feel that's not as good as it was before. Or perhaps the opposite. Something that irritates you prior to all this change in the last couple of weeks, like this client of mine, was something that used to irritate you, and nowadays you bow in a place of gratitude for something. So I'm not going in jolting tons of examples. This is just an invitation for you to check in. What are the perspectives in your life that has shifted, that has change? Remember that any level of judgment is also a perspective, is a point of view. So what are the point of views that have changed for you? Yeah? And bringing that into our body, into feeling different points of views, I'm going to invite you to bring, let's start with the left. Bring your left hand to the top of your shoulder, and doesn't need to be right on your skin. It can be, if you are with a shirt, it can be right through your shirt. It happened that I'm like in sleeveless here, so it's easier for me. But you can be connected on top of your shirt also. So really feel that top muscle, that part of your traps. Yeah, your trapezoid muscle. So just feel. Some of you might feel very subtle, soft. Some of you might feel very tense. I would guess to say that the majority of you guys that are watching this might be a little tenser than normal. So, perspective, right? Sometimes you might feel, oh, it's tense, but I not even had that thought about it. But I kept putting tension and worries to the point that sometimes this is normal. Yeah? So let's change a little bit the feeling of this muscle. 3 fingers or 4 fingers on your left hand. Bring it again on the body, the center of that muscle. And if you can see, I'm right here on top of it. I'm going to invite you to one in-breath. You take a deep in-breath, raise that elbow, dig it into that muscle a little bit, and as you exhale, drop the elbow and keep digging. In-breath, rise. Exhale, press and dig it down. And if the 3 fingers doesn't do too good for you, you can squeeze a little bit more on the back with 3 or supporting your thumb in the front of your collarbone. So take a deep in breath. And as you exhale, as you observe, I took a longer exhalation. So let's do it again. Deep in breath. As you exhale, take a moment, rest into the awareness of this particular motion. So visualize and feel again. Feel the muscle. You might have noticed any difference, or you might not have noticed any difference yet. So we're gonna bring in something else for you to join that motion. Every time that you exhale, I'm gonna invite you to visualize water, warm water, softly dropping down on the back, and dropping down on the back of the muscle and all the way to the back of your spine. Almost like if you wanted that warm water to soft towards your sacral, or the part of your low back, or towards the sitting bones. Yeah? So bring it again, take a deep in breath. I will be talking, so as you exhale, soften and visualizing warm water from the muscle, from the muscles all the way down to your back, to your sitting bones. In breath. Exhale, pressing and allowing the weight of your arm also to assist with that soft motion. Soft and deep. In breath. Exhale, pressing gently. You are digging in gently, but softly that water is sliding down. One more time. In breath. Exhale, dig it in, drop. At the end of this dropping, keep your hand there and tilt your left ear to the left shoulder and just hold there for a moment. Stay there and do one deep in-breath here. One audible out-breath here. Oh, one more time, still visualizing the water on your exhale. In-breath. In-breath, rise the head. Exhale, release the arm. Take a moment to feel that shoulder. Notice the feeling of the shoulder, noticing the feeling of your chest, noticing the feeling of your back, and even on your neck. And observe, is there any difference between the right and the left? Before we do on the right, just notice and observe the mobility of that left shoulder. We're going to do on the opposite side. So the same thing, you can either use just the tip of your fingers or the padding of your fingers, or you can use the cupping as the front web of your hand, or the base of the heel of your hand rests on your collarbone. Yeah, your choice. Take a deep in breath, the same way that we did on the other side. Press gently, raise the elbow. And as you exhale, press into the muscle, relax the breath, and already imagine that soft, warm water dropping down from the muscle to the sitting bone. In breath. Within that water, you're releasing tensions, unnecessary tensions. Relax. Bringing a new perspective within that muscle. A new feeling. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in can be exhale audibly or no audibly, your choice. I love audibly. One more time. Breathing in. Exhale. This time at the end, hold, tilt your left ear towards the left shoulder. Hold there a little bit, deep in breath. Audibly exhale. Beautiful, still feeling a certain pressing down, breathing in. Visualizing that water as you exhale. Breathing in, raising the head, paralleling the chin to the floor. Release your hand. Just notice the sensations. Shake a little bit. Shake the shoulders, the head. And it's still connecting. Can you feel that feeling of the warm water is still connecting to your back towards the sitting bones? Can you feel the feeling of allowing the muscles to soften towards your back? Changing the perspective from tense muscles to relaxed muscles. Yeah. Tension, easiness. In a place of alert, in a place of trust. Yeah. In a place of fear, in a place of relaxation, love, easiness. Cool? Awesome. So shake a little bit more. Now, we're going to bring in this perspective towards our belly. As sometimes some of you might be a bit more sedentary than others. And overall, we all might be a little more sedentary than the normal state of life prior to the last couple of weeks. And so by being sedentary, as you all know, I personally can state in my own life, is that sometimes by being sedentary, more and more funkiness creep in my thoughts. And my dear acupuncture teacher, he used to tell me, constipation is too much shit in the brain. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you something that we can do to our bellies to support that. By supporting our bellies, we are supporting our minds. By supporting our minds, we are supporting the bellies. Remember, we are all in this together. Our body is all in this together. Mental body, emotional body, physical body, energetic body, all together. Yeah. So the digestive system, the low digestive system, the colon, goes from the right, and you're gonna see a mirror image on your screen. So this is my right, so do with your right. From the right is the ascending colon. The center is the transversal colon, and the left side is the descending colon. So more the colon is doing its own beautiful movement, peristalsis of the intestines, that's also a muscle, more you are utilizing all the digestive system well. Meaning the colon is towards the end of your digestive system. Elimination system is the big part of the elimination system. So more and more we support all the funky and the gunkiness to release from our colon, more and more we support the mind, more and more we support the health on the physical body. Yeah? So we're gonna use the heels of our hands, the right hand this time. I'm gonna ask you to bring the heel of your hand on the right side, and it's gonna be about, this is my navel, and it's gonna be about, for everybody, probably about 4 fingers towards the right side, your fingers towards your right side. So bringing the heel of your hand, pressing a little bit, bringing all the way from the base, almost close to your hip bone. You can feel, you can dig it in and feel the hip bone. Bring it in and bring it from the base all the way up. It's gonna be above, about 2 fingers above the navel. And once your thumbs get there, you bring in the in part of your index finger, completing that transversal colon, bringing your left hand facing down and pressing all the way down. So we're gonna bring the right fingers facing down, thumbs, heel of your hands facing up. And then we bring in the transversal colon, and then we bring in the descending colon. So it's gonna be kind of a massage on your abdomen, and at the same time, you utilize a gentle movement of your center body. Yes, I'm moving in side by side in gentle circles, honoring the movement of my intestinal tract, honoring the movement of my breath, and honoring the movements of the fecal matters that wants to get out of your system. Yeah? So doing this motion. Now, as you are doing this motion, I'm sure that now all of you guys got the hold of it, since I showed several times here. Now, let's bring the breath with it. Breathing in, right hand, right hand, right hand. Exhale, left hand and down. So I cannot breathe and talk at the same time. As you see, breathing in, right hand. Exhale, left hand. I'm still moving, breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Good. Shake a little bit. Good. And just take some good circular motions on your belly. You might notice some heating sensations. You might notice a softening sensations on your belly. And you might notice also softening sensations on your back. So allow some forward and back motions just to keep evolving all the new circulation on your low digestive system, on your colon, on your abdomen, on your second and third chakra, back again to that creativity and action. So there is a lot more that I want to share with you guys, but I want to honor your time. So tomorrow, I'm going to continue this, honoring the feet and honoring other parts of the system. Yeah? So for now, I really bring it back into that place of perspectives. Perspective of constipation or too much shit in. Yeah, literally. So what is that perspective? What type of, between quotes, manure are you bringing to your brain? And what type of manure are you releasing out of your brain? What type of good intake of food are you bringing in to release, to assist your digestive system to release out? Or what type of not so good stuff that you're bringing in that's clogging even more the healthy of your digestive system? So again, bring it back into that place. What are the new perspective in food, in thoughts, in feelings, in awareness?